Hi you guys, how you doing today? Okay, so I know that I didn't do, there's a couple readings that I did not do for last week. So I am going to start with, what's that called? Taurus today. And then I'm going to do, I missed Libra, and then I also missed Sagittarius. So this reading is going to be for Taurus, and then what I'll do is I'll do a quick reading for Taurus too, like a short video for Taurus, and then just to start off with it, and they'll be first this time around. So I'll do two videos. So you'll see the long version of the love reading for February, and then you'll see a shorter version as to maybe like what's to come or something, like another reading for February. I'll think of another title. But Taurus, how are you guys doing today? You bulls, have you been full of shit? No, I'm just playing. Hopefully you guys' Monday was good, and hopefully your weekend was great. I'm using a different deck today. I normally use my other reading, my other cards, but I just wanted to use these ones today. Let's see what we got going on, Taurus. Okay, let's see what else we got for Taurus. I need one more card. If you see me looking up, it's just because I'm just looking at my monitor. But yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what we got. These kind of came out a little iffy. At least I haven't used these cards in such a long time. When I was like first starting to read, I used the ones that kind of gave me a little bit like a little cheat code. So let's see what's up. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups. What's going on, Taurus? What's happening here? Well, it looks like you're walking away from something that could have been possibly a job. Let me just take these. Yeah, I just like to take a few more. Definitely looks like you're grieving over something. Maybe you lost possibly a job or a connection, looks like. Taurus. I'm not going to shuffle any more cards for right now. That's what I'm seeing. It seems like you're trying to free yourself from different obstacles of not having it all together is what I see. I see that that there seems to be like a lot of temptation that you may have had, or resentment, and just desires that you probably had in that relationship, perhaps. Like maybe it sounds more like, it feels like more like a relationship. I do have a lot of cups here, which represents water. However, I do see that there could have been just really like, there could have been just like a lack of commitment from either like a water sign or Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, like yourself, an earth sign. I do see that there's water, so that could also be something as well. There's all the signs are pretty much here, but I do see that there's just maybe you're giving up on something that you probably had a connection, and I feel like this is a lot that's going on really in the month of February, that we're just kind of, every sign is kind of removing themselves from situations that no longer serve a purpose in their life, and allowing themselves to love on themselves. The love that they were giving people, the lack of love that they were receiving, they're pouring that back into themselves. They're no longer just accepting half-ass love or just commitment or just effort. It's more so like, if you're not receiving it, you're cutting it out. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing here. I feel like there could have been a situation that you were dealing with someone and you just felt like, yeah, it felt familiar. It felt like, okay, yeah, I want to be with them. You want to heal, and maybe they felt very healing to you, but I just feel like maybe there was just a lack of balance, and it caused a lot of confusion as to what maybe you wanted or maybe what they wanted. And it's kind of like you guys wanted something, which is like the 10 of Pentacles. You know, you wanted that the love, you wanted the foundation of having everything together, and they wanted everything as well. They wanted the what is that, they wanted the whole nine, you know, having the family, having, but really just the foundation of having it all, really. And I just felt like maybe you felt like there was just a lack of commitment with them. They weren't giving you anything. And maybe they had a lot of, options perhaps. And it caused you to have a lot of confusion and giving up and just feeling overwhelmed about, you know, what the next steps were in your relationship with this person. I do feel like there was a lot of frustration, and then maybe that was like an obstacle of yours, where you're just like, I have so much other stuff going on with myself that I can't allow this to be another issue or another obstacle in my life when I'm already going through enough. I'm already experiencing a lot. And I feel like it just was a big disappointment. You probably felt like there was a situation, this situation has made you feel with the 5 of Cups, like it made you feel like, oh, gosh, like what else can I do? Like there's all this stuff that's going on in my life right now, and now I got to deal with this too. And it just made you feel, it just had a lot of grief behind it. But I really feel like it's more so a lot of disappointment that you felt behind it. And I feel like there's a lot of resentment that you're feeling towards this person. And you feel like it's like a burden almost now at this point with the 10 of Wands. You feel like, you know, possibly that, not even that it was a burden, but you also feel like I was on this alone. Like, you know, it felt like maybe this person just stopped giving in the relationship. And you felt like really there just really wasn't any hope at that point. So now you're just trying to free yourself with the reverse devil. And you're just trying to release the attachment that you had. Let's see how this person feels about you, Taurus. How does this person feel about Taurus in the second week of February? How does this person feel about Taurus in the second week of February? How does this person feel about Taurus in the second week of February? How does this person feel about Taurus in... One more card, please. How does this person feel about Taurus? I'm going to take that. Okay, well, you got a lot of Pentacles. Oh, Taurus, they love you. Okay. And Taurus, this is not one of those readings that are just about women and men and all of this stuff. It's really just your situation. So however way it pertains in your relationship, if you are in a relationship, this is what it is. But again, if this reading does not resonate with you, please leave it for someone else, okay? All right, let me take one more card. Okay, so they feel like they feel like you're very real. They feel like you're a provider. They feel like you have a lot of abundance. They feel like you're very self-secure in yourself. They feel like you're very compassionate. You have like a feminine healing. So maybe this is a woman that I'm speaking about. As far as this Taurus, again, it could be a male Taurus, or maybe this is a male Taurus that is a woman is thinking about you, perhaps. They also feel like that you have the authority, like you have a lot of leadership. That not only that, but you're responsible. They feel like you're very accomplished, and maybe that could have overthrown why they may have given to you. And honestly, when people think like that, I'm glad that Taurus, that this didn't work for you, and hopefully I hope that you don't take this in a negative light. But I do feel like when people are saying things like this, like, oh, well, you have it all, or, you know, I don't have to do much for you because you do it for yourself. No, like, that does not matter. At the end of the day, you work hard to get to where you're at. You've done the work at the end of the day to get to where you are. And if you are the type of person, or you're the type of Taurus that likes to go out and have a good time and splurge from time to time, or you have savings and, you know, you're good with money, and which it seems like you are with the 10 of, not the 10, but the King of Pentacles. You're all about your money. You're all about, you know, what you want in life. You seem to be a really good person as well. Like, you're kind-hearted, you're secure in yourself. With the cup, the king and the queen. I don't know if this was upside down or not. I'm gonna turn it back up. I don't remember what that was, honestly. I think it was. Yeah, that was up, because I did say considerate and generous. But then in another spell, I feel like they were feeling like they were dishonest, you know. And let me go back to what I was saying, just because I kind of gave you the cards. But I do feel like in this situation that when you are dealing with someone that isn't, like, they're all about, oh yeah, well, they did this and they can do this for themselves and all that other stuff. It's like, why would you want to be with that type of person that knows what you have, and they feel like, oh, well, I don't have to give? And in reality, you really do have to give. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how much it doesn't matter about the money. It's more so about the effort. And if you're not willing to make the effort, then really, what's the whole point of the person being with you, is what I say, you know, Taurus. Because that's the big thing. It's the small things. And I feel like with you guys, it's about acts of service. And I feel like that's one of your main love languages, is really just giving, and doing things that, you know, they're taking the time out to really get to know you. And if they're not really they're really not taking the time out to get to know you, because I know Taurus, they love to eat. But other than that, you know, there's other things about Taurus that people fail to realize, and they're really giving, even though they're kind of laid back. But they're also, like, you know, they observe. They're an earth sign. They're an observer. So they see that, okay, that person's gonna like this, so I should do this for them. And that's exactly how you guys want to be treated as well. You guys like acts of service. So I feel like with you guys, when that person is not giving you that, you're just kind of like, oh no, I can't do this. No, like, I gotta back. And it's because you've observed them. You allowed them to treat you how, you know, you've given them that I'm going to treat you how I want to be treated, to show them. And then it's like, no, I'm going to start treating you how you treat me type of vibe at this point. And that's what I feel like you're doing right now. It could be a personal relationship, but for me, with this love, it could have been a relationship, but I kind of feel like it could have been family members. It could be anybody that you were having a close relationship with, whether it was an old friend or any of that. Maybe you had to let go of an old friend. But I just say people in general, and again, take it how it resonates in your life. If I'm on point. If I'm not, let me know. But I do feel like it was some type of connection that you were having with someone. But this is, again, I'm reading for someone that feels that the person that you may have had the issue with, or why you're not in a relationship with that person and how they feel about you. Again, put it towards how you resonate, however you want it to. But I do feel like, well, I have this music on, oh, I forgot to turn it off. I do feel like they feel like you're someone that's very generous, that they can see themselves with, that you're very loving, you're very generous, you're very compassionate, you have a healing aura around you and healing energy. And it could be that you, just because they see you as a spiritual being, you could be someone that's into tarot. You could also be like a reader, or you just like readings, or you like getting readings perhaps, which is why you're probably, you know, into this reading. Yeah, you just like to know the insight of different things. But not only that, and they feel like maybe they were kind of unreliable for you, and that they just weren't somebody that you felt was like you couldn't depend on them. And not only that, but you felt like they were irresponsible and dishonest with you. And they're kind of like, how can you, in a way, they kind of sabotaged this themselves, is what it feels like. It feels like they were bored in this relationship. Maybe because they weren't dealing with somebody that was toxic. They were dealing with somebody that, you know, had their stuff together and really wanted a true commitment with them. And maybe they're used to people that are toxic, or maybe they were just used to people that kind of allowed them to do what they wanted to do. And when you're dealing with a person like that, it kind of feels like they're very, not nonchalant, but they are arrogant in a sense. They could have been someone that is very good looking and very stern and what they want. But I feel like what you wanted, Taurus, was just, you know, to have celebrations, but to come together and actually have some type of genuine connection, a loving connection. And maybe you wanted a more deeper relationship, and you didn't want just that. Could have been like a situationship that you guys had, and you just weren't seeing that. And for you, you felt like you had to just be the person that had to lead, and you wanted a leader, and you felt like, no, I'm not getting that from this. How else? Yeah, now you're just kind of, at this point, you've accepted the truth, and now you're allowing yourself to walk away. Now you're allowing yourself to walk away because you feel like it's just a failed relationship at this point. Yeah, because you feel the truth at this point. You feel like you wanted somebody that was a leader, but you also feel like with the page, ooh, can you see that? Yeah, I think that's my camera. Kind of looks a little, what cards can I see? Maybe not. Okay. Well, either way, they're the King of Swords and the King of Wands. You have two kings. So this could be a male that I'm talking about, or it could be, because I feel a lot of masculine energy in this, so I could be talking to a male here about a female. And maybe she wanted you to take care of her, and you're just like, nah, I'm not willing to take care of you like that, because you're not even giving to me just a little bit. You feel like I gotta chase you, you know, in a sense, and that's not cool either. So you feel like maybe you gotta walk away. Excuse me, maybe you feel like you had to walk away. But if I am talking to a woman, maybe this is the energy that you felt like you had to have, and that person allowed you, they took you out of the feminine energy and put you in a masculine energy. And that's probably what you were like, no, I don't want to deal with the type of person like this, just because that's how I always am. I'm dating because I want to be in my feminine energy, and I'm in my feminine energy now. So for me to have done the work and work on myself, I don't want to go back into a masculine energy, even though I'm feminine, you know. But it's like, I felt like you were probably dealing with somebody that is used to women that take care of themselves. I mean, not women that take care of themselves. Yes, that's right. That's right. You deal with people that, or you have dealt with this person that you're dealing with, normally deals with women that take care of themselves, and they feel like they don't need to take care of them because the woman's got themselves. Or either the woman takes care of them. And then also it could be a situation where this is a male that I'm talking about, and this is a woman that you feel is lazy and that does not want to give in the relationship at all. And I don't mean just with bills, I mean within the connection and actually wanting to reach out to you and talk to you. And if that's the case, then you're just dealing with somebody that's not truly interested in you, and you need to deal with somebody else at that point, okay? So they're not showing interest at that point. They don't like you like that. So I feel like at this point you're walking away, because maybe there was a lot of arguing going on, and there could have been where you felt like she had other options, or that person had other options. And I keep feeling like, you know, you were bored after a while too. It just began to be like arguments. And again, like I said, I felt like you felt like that person had options. I don't want to say she, because it could go both ways. Just because there's a lot of energy that I'm feeling here. It could be masculine or feminine. But I do feel like there was a lot of arguing, and you just kind of felt like, I'm not going to get what I want in this situation. Yes, I saw more in this connection, but hey, at this point I have to accept what didn't, and I have to accept this failure with the 10 of Swords. And I'm done arguing, you know, I'm done fighting and having to compete with other people, whether you knew there was competition or not. And you're just going to focus on yourself at this point, you know, and walk away from this, because at the end of the day, you know the truth, you know. And at this point, you just feel like this is just not a reliable situation. It's boring at this point, you know, like there's no phone calls, there's no nothing at this point, you know. Nothing is moving forward. And you're like, why am I going to waste my energy on something that clearly is not for me, right? What should Taurus do? What should Taurus do the week of February? And I get it. I know it's Valentine's weekend, you know, but again, if that's something that, you know, you want to do, Taurus, I'm just going to take it. I say go for it. But if you know for a fact that this isn't your person and you feel like already that this ain't what it is, then don't take it, Taurus. Really don't. Because at the end of the day, it's about your happiness, and you work too hard to turn back now and do the work, you know. And I'm glad that I'm starting to do these readings and see that a lot of people are doing the work regardless of the signs. I'm just glad that people are taking the time to truly do the healing, because hey, people are really hurt out here and nobody's perfect. You know, we all have little issues from time to time, but I do feel like even with that, no, there's just no excuse for that at this point. Some people are just too old, you know, to be playing these childish games. And why deal with somebody that's playing childish games, right, Taurus? Okay. You're taking action. You're wanting a renewal. But I'd say, and I keep getting this feeling of freedom that you have going on. You're releasing yourself from just drama and just unnecessary arguments and just unnecessary BS that's going on with people. You're removing yourself from different things. And chaos is what I feel like. You're removing yourself from chaos and just coming into a new, you know. And I feel like you're excited about it. You know, there's some excitement with the Page of Wands. I feel like if you're allowing yourself to explore different different dating options, if you are choosing to date, and maybe you might have some success. You know, I feel like you probably are putting yourself back out there, and hopefully that you will. You know, hopefully you'll go out on a date this week, you know. But I do feel like you're having success of just accepting things as to what it is. It may not just be a date, but I do feel like you're just allowing yourself to accept things, and that's the rewarding of it. You're not as messed up about it as you were before, you know, as like before you did all this healing and you did and you accepted it, you know, you accepted what doesn't work for you, because normally it would allow you to go into isolation and, you know, and you would probably do things a little bit different. But I feel like now that you've grown and you have a lot of growth going on in your life, it's allowing you to be better. Yeah. Fall in love with creativity. The Empress. Hopefully you're not. If you are, congratulations. But this is a birthing card. But I just feel like like normally the Empress is about birth. So if you are pregnant or you are expecting, maybe this could be the mother of your child or the father of your child. You know, and maybe you guys are having a child, and maybe that could have been something that caused you guys to split. If not, the situation is probably something on the lines of you having feeling very anew, you know, and that could also bring a lot of positivity in somebody's life, especially when you are someone that crashes out and now you're like, oh, you know what, this don't even bother me like this normally would. I would have messed this person's car up, or I would have put gas in their tank, or I would have came over there and knocked some windows out, or I would have messed up some stuff. But they're not even worth it. They're not even worth me calling their job and messing up their job situation. They're not even worth me going over to their sister's house and busting up some more. Not saying that that's what I would do, but I'm saying like y'all seem like the type of people that would do some stuff like that. So that's why I say that, Taurus. But hey, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Yeah. It really was just lack of commitment. And at the end of the day, you know, your subconscious is allowing you to move on, you know. You're no longer seeing things in blindfolds. You know what I'm saying? You're not blindfolded anymore. You are seeing things in clear light. And that's how you can see it as at the end of the day, right, Taurus? So what I'm gonna do here, yeah, for sure. This person was definitely being sneaky, you know. But again, I'm happy for you guys. I truly, truly am. And I only needed to use one deck, actually. I could have used another deck. But the other reading that I'll do would be something like what's new coming into Taurus's life this week, as far as like if there's any new love, anything like that. I'll do that, but it'll be like a short reading, and that'll be something that I upload after this reading. So I'll try and attach it. If you don't see that it's attached, it's because I just couldn't get it through. But I hope that you like this reading. I hope that it resonates. If it does not, please leave it for somebody else, Taurus. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and like, subscribe, and comment if you like it. I'd be glad to have you guys. If you want a reading, definitely reach out to my email. Anything else, definitely hit me up. Thank you, Taurus. You guys have a good one. Bye.